Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home, and these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the Utah State Aggies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sampson. He's got the back in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive, and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Aggies! What a catch and run for 6. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7. Fresno State, 0.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll run this play from the pistol. Going with the ground game left. On the move at the 30. Oh, look out. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking for a man. It's Sampson. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They're bringing heat. Skips away from pressure. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Power ahead. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to run it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Touchdown, Utah State.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Fires to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Give to the running back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Looking downfield, it's Sampson. He's going to fire deep. Got it in stride at the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll throw it on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 45 on his way. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Second down coming up.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the change for the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
It's complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
At the 12-yard line. Fourth down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Utah State 21, Fresno State 7.
They're not into threes, they want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The offense lining up for a first down play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it on the left. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Pressure coming. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that set.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Snap it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, the hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Game of the day, guys. Arguably the game of the season, and we've got an update. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up 14 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way to do it. First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He wants to pass it on second down. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
On second down, wants to throw. Using the quick game. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
But right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Moves around to clear up the vision. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Looking left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to take off. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go with a direct snap. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the lone running back. Oh, he spun away like a vapor. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Utah State 21, Fresno State 14.
Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun to give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Dismisses another dude. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Running back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
On the field goal.
Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Utah State 21, Fresno State 14.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Sampson. They're trying to get to it. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
To the air on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He makes the connection. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Firing to the right, complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The play action fake. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Utah State. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Fresno State 14.
Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's DeMarco. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He wants to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Trying the left side. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. A 3rd and long coming up here. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's back to throw on second down. He's got his man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll run it to the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Maddox. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Utah State, 28. Fresno State, 21.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try to pop the draw. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Unleashes it. Connection to the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The give from the gun.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They intercept it. Trying to take it back. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
42. Fresno State, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On third down, going up top. He's going up top. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide.
He's looking deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Might as well stick with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the catch. It's DeMarco. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for the...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw at Sampson. He tries to take the top off. He caught it. Touchdown, Utah State. And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown Bulldogs. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting. exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. First down for this offense. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. This offense has a second down play. And they'll take a knee. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.